Welcome back. You're with Expresso here on SABC3. It is Spoil Yourself Fridays, and we decided to do exactly that. We have got the very beautiful Leanne Mannes with us here in studio this morning. Good morning yet again, Leanne. Yes. I must say we've been incorporating you into a couple of
I can see
interesting things on the show.
Yeah,
we've done the omelette challenge, but now I have a question for you.
Good.
You started out back in the day when you started doing radio, working on late nights as a news anchor. Now, I know when I started out in radio, there were a lot of ghost stories that used to go around.
Yeah.
Were there any going around? 702
Ghost
when
stories.
you
Well,
started.
they were.
Yeah.
I must say, it was never a nice thing to be sitting in a building alone, because you really are. I mean, when you're working that graveyard overnight shifts, and I mean, what they used to do is they actually had, they didn't used to have live shows at that time. They had music streaming or repeats from the afternoon that were on or whatever.
Yeah.
So you were basically sitting in this building alone, and it was very quiet. And I even remember the one day there was actually a bomb scare in the building.
Oh my goodness.
You know, as things happen in news organizations. And true to form, I didn't go. I stayed because I had a news bulletin I had to get through, and I stayed in that building.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't. Those overnight graveyard shifts when you're sitting in a building alone, it's not so much fun.
Yeah, I remember seeing a couple of, strange sort of figurines going past the glass window pane, and
Oh,
I'd
no,
be like,
I never saw those.
What is that?
That might have got me out the building. I didn't see any of those. I certainly heard strange noises, but no, never physically saw anyone.
Wonderful. Now, we've actually got a couple of Twitter questions from some of your fans actually out there. We're going to be chatting about that shortly, but before we go to that, I know our very own Liesl van der Westhuizen managed to capture and get a hold of you yesterday. Yeah. So we did a bit of the behind the scenes, taking a look at exactly what you do on Morning Live, and also taking a look at your morning routine.
Fantastic.
So I reckon let's go take a look and see what Liesl got up to.
The morning routine starts before the clock strikes 5. A cup of tea with lots of milk and no sugar. Leanne Mannes gave up caffeine long ago. In the hour before the live broadcast starts, even while in makeup, she reads from the newspaper to Twitter feeds and scripts. Even after 12 years, there's no rush like that of live TV.
I'm in Johannesburg. I'm behind the scenes on the set of Morning Live. Vuyo and Leanne sitting here. Guys, the show's just wrapped up. We thought we'd catch up with you and see what the morning was like. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to have you on set with us here.
Listen, this looks completely relaxed and chilled compared to the set of Expresso. We are busy making breakfast. You guys are just sitting here casually. What's the relationship like between the two of you?
I mean, it's almost like we always joke about it being the sort of, we're married between 6 and 8 in the morning. What he does after that's fine, but at 6 he has to be here. that's it. And you just, the relationship is what drives this program through. It's important.
It's a good relationship, and the understanding is phenomenal. I mean, sometimes, I don't know, I think this relationship of husband and wife between 6 and 8, she reads my mind and she knows, okay, now he's going, and sometimes I know now she's going. So no, it's really fantastic.
I know Vuyo well. I know from the escalator what I'm going to be dealing with at 6 in the morning, because sometimes Vuyo's whistling up the escalators and I know we're in for a good morning. Other times he'll be running in with his shirt still not even tucked in and the tie all over the place and the jacket. He's running in and he's getting dressed while we getting onto set, so I know it's going to be a rushed one. But when we talk about consummate professional, when that camera light goes on, forget about it. Whatever you saw happening at 1 minute to 6 and what happens at 6 o'clock, it's just, it's smooth sailing.
Now, the secret question, Vuyo, is Leanne a morning person? What's she like when she gets in?
6:15, 6:30, Leanne is really warmed up, revved up, and is on the go. Unless, of course, the hair dryer didn't work. Now there's drama for you. 25 to 6, now we're on fire.
Good morning, Expresso on SABC3. Shop from us at Morning Live.
Hey, good morning. We'll see you. Minti roya bula bula, remember? Minti roya bula bula.
Now, we were just about taking a look at those behind the scenes and listening to the chat as well. And Katlego walks in saying that yourself and Vuyo look like an old married couple.
Well, I mean, listen, our relationship on air has lasted more than some marriages, for goodness sakes. I mean, we've been there for, we're going on for 9 years together presenting.
Wow.
And I mean,
so it is like being married.
And listen, marriage is tough in the morning, when you've just woken up and you're all in bad moods. So, yeah, like I said in the insert, what happens between 6 and 8 is what I'm concerned about. Vuyo has to be there. That's
lovely.
That's what happens.
Love it.
Yeah.
And of course, we actually got some of those Twitter questions right now. A message here from Skunkla says, how does it feel to present Morning Live, and what are your plans for the year?
Well, I love presenting Morning Live. I mean, it doesn't matter. Every day throws a challenge at you. And I think one of the most difficult thing is the getting up and getting out of bed and getting to work. I mean, you know the drill. We can all relate it. Morning shifts are not for the faint-hearted. And you really got to love what you do to be able to push through.
You have to have that
when
passion.
you start getting into the afternoon, it's you start winding down.
I actually turn into a zombie.
You do. Yeah. That's what happens. So, but I love what I do. It's a great environment. It's a great program. There's, you know, it's an institution. I think I can call it that after being the longest running program on a breakfast program on television. It's absolutely amazing, and it's captured many, many hearts around the country. The second part of the question, what does the year hold in store for me? It's going to be a very busy year. I sit here looking at your belly popping out there.
Yes, I was about to chat to you.
My belly's popping out fast and furiously. I'm 6 months pregnant as we sit here and we have a conversation, and it's going to be interesting. I'm going from 1 to 2 children this year.
Oh, wow.
And I'm...
Quite the challenge.
It is a challenge. I'm looking so forward to it. So it's going to be one of those years. So it's one of those that I'm taking day by day as it comes. Yeah.
Now, speaking about the pregnancy and also family, I've actually got a Twitter comment in here from Monique. She says she has the antenatal guide that presented by Leanne. She says it's very interactive and very informative.
Good.
And if you take a look at yourself a few years back and now you're taking a look at yourself as a family woman, describe that to me.
Totally different, polar opposite people. Becoming a mother changed me more than anything. I mean, I think you really do realize so many things when you become a mother. And whenever I speak to ladies, and you know, us mothers can really form our own little mothers clubs. I heard you talking about your mommy club and your friends.
Priggy circle,
you know, that little priggy circle. It's lovely, and we share so much in common. But if as a woman you don't have children, you don't know what it feels like. So you're not really missing out on anything. But I tell you, becoming a mother and taking on that role, I think it changes every woman. It really does. And for the good, for the better, it did that for me. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I mean, the Leanne that there was a few years ago and the Leanne that there is here, two totally different people, different priorities, different wants, needs, and I love myself for it.
Lovely.
I really do.
And your husband, his role in everything. I'm having a bit of difficulty with mine at the moment, saying he's a little bit faint-hearted and he doesn't think he's going to be able to experience the birth.
Yeah.
How has his support been throughout
He's been amazing.
the pregnancy?
I mean, for goodness sakes, Mark's been absolutely phenomenal through the whole thing. He will be there. Trust me, your husband will be there during that birth.
I said if you've dropped down on that floor, you are staying right there.
Just
Doctor's not moving you
This is my
out.
moment, if you don't mind. Don't you go getting sick on me. But, you know, Mark personally, I mean, he's been there. He's been incredible. I've also, sort of from the word go, I'm the type of person who believes that the husband has to be involved from the beginning. And the bond that my son and Mark have got is just incredible because Mark's been there. He's bathed him when he was a few days old. He's changed his nappies. He's been as involved as a father as I am as a mother. We're both working. We both, you know, are running the house together, and hence, in this day and age, you have to. You have to both put in the effort, and it's been very rewarding.
Ah, Leanne, I'm loving chatting with you. I could actually talk for hours if they let me. But right now, we've got to actually find out exactly what's happening with Ewan and Leanne. Over to you guys.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.